Hey guys, history behind the warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Quan, pre-Mortal Kombat. Not much is known about Quan Chi's past, except the fact that he's a free-roaming sorcerer, and is capable of travelling between dimensions without being detected by the Elder Gods. While travelling in the Netherrealm, Quan Chi came across Shinnok, who was being tormented by the at-the-time ruler, Lucifer. In exchange for power, Quan Chi assisted Shinnok in killing Lucifer and becoming the new ruler of the Netherrealm. Shinnok thanked Quan Chi and gave him incredible power as well as making him his right-hand man. Around this time as well, Shang Tsung had taken possession of the Great Kung Lao Soul, in which he learned the location of Shinnok's long-lost amulet. Shang Tsung would trade this information with Quan Chi. In return, Quan Chi would help to revive Sindel and enable Shao Kahn to take control of Earthrealm at a later date. After learning this information from Shang Tsung, he made a deal with the Lin Kuei. The deal was, if the Elder Sub-Zero could retrieve the amulet, he would destroy their rival clan, the Shirai Ryu. Unknown to the Lin Kuei that Quan Chi had also sent Scorpion from the Shirai Ryu. Shortly after Scorpion's death at the hands of Sub-Zero, Quan Chi would then approach the soul of Hanzo Hasashi and offer him the opportunity for vengeance against Sub-Zero. Hanzo would accept this and become Scorpion. When Sub-Zero acquired the amulet, Quan Chi would claim it and explain its origins and how it would let Shinnok return to his former power. Quan Chi would disappear back to the Netherrealm and give Shinnok his amulet. Unknown to the Elder God, however, that Quan Chi had replaced the amulet with a fake imitation, keeping the real one for himself. Not long after this, Sub-Zero had been ordered by Raiden to reclaim the amulet, in which he confronted Quan Chi and defeated him. Mortal Kombat 4. After his defeat at the hands of Bi-Han, Quan Chi would spend the following years assisting Shinnok in preparing for his assault on the realms, as well as creating the unholy cult called the Brotherhood of Shadow. During this time as well, he resurrected the first Sub-Zero, Bi-Han, under the new name Noob Saibot. During the events of Mortal Kombat 4, Shinnok had invaded Edenia and conquered it, imprisoning all of the Edenians. During the events of Mortal Kombat 4, Quan Chi had informed Scorpion that the younger Sub-Zero had murdered his family and clan. This enraged the Hellspawn and enabled him to defeat the Lin Kuei warrior. Before Scorpion could kill Kuai Liang, it is revealed that he is not responsible for killing his family. Scorpion is confused until Quan Chi appears before the two of them and reveals that he is the actual murderer. Quan Chi attempts to escape from the Hellspawn until he is tackled and the two of them land in the Netherrealm. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. After Shinnok's defeat, Quan Chi is found in the Netherrealm being tortured by Scorpion. He is however rescued by Oni, Dramin and Moloch. Whilst Quan Chi was escaping from Scorpion, he found a portal that led to Outworld and took it. When Quan Chi went to the other side of the portal, he realized he was in a tomb containing the mummified remains of the long-forgotten Dragon King. After reading the writings on the Dragon King's sarcophagus, Quan Chi realized that the army was invincible and could be revived. Quan Chi realized that he can enhance the power of his amulet, but only with the assistance of Shang Tsung. Whilst on his journey to Shang Tsung's palace, he came across Scorpion, and the two of them fought, with Quan Chi managing to temporarily dispatch the Hellspawn. This had gained the attention of Shang Tsung, and the two would discuss their plans of creating the Deadly Alliance. Shang Tsung would empower his amulet, and in return Quan Chi would open a Soulnado to the afterlife, providing Shang Tsung with infinite souls. The two sorcerers would then set their eyes on reawakening the dead army of the Dragon King. But before they had planned to do this, they decided to eliminate the only two people who could oppose them, Liu Kang and Shao Kahn. After Shao Kahn had been murdered by the Deadly Alliance, Kano had pledged his allegiance to them. With Kano now aligned with them, they had ordered Kano and his troops to force a small outward village to construct a new palace around the tomb to house the Soulnado. During the construction of the palace, they had approached Movado and offered him a deal. He could earn the right to fight and kill Kano in exchange for eliminating Kenshi, an old enemy of Shang Tsung. During this time as well, Shang Tsung had made a side deal with Dramin and Moloch. The deal was, once the Dragon King's army was finally resurrected, he would allow Dramin and Moloch to get their revenge on Quan Chi and kill him. Movado in the meantime mortally wounded Kenshi, accomplishing his mission, and the Alliance granted him his wish. It was around this time as well when the forces of Earthrealm led by Raiden attacked. All of the Earthrealm warriors were killed during this confrontation, leaving Raiden alone to fight the deadly alliance by himself. Raiden was defeated, but their victory was short-lived, as Quan Chi had harbored his own suspicions on Shang Tsung, namely at the fact that he wanted Shinnok's amulet for himself. The two would fight, with Quan Chi emerging victorious, but he could not savour his victory, as Onaga the Dragon King had emerged. When the Dragon King entered the chamber, Shang Tsung and Raiden awakened, and together the three would attempt to stop him. Out of desperation, Raiden sacrificed his own life, destroying everything in the vicinity. But Raiden's sacrifice is in vain, as Onaga alone arises from the ruins, unharmed and in possession of the amulet. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Quan Chi is revealed to somehow return. Many people speculate that he might have opened a portal and teleported away from the fatal blast, but this is never really cleared up. But there's also people who speculate that it was maybe with Shinnok's assistance that he's still alive. During the conquest mode of the game, he's found making uneasy and distrustful alliance with the fellow villains Onaga, Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn. He is aware that the realms are on the brink of destruction, and sets his eyes on consuming the godlike power of the elemental blaze. The alliance created by the villains ultimately falter when the Pyramid of Argus arises. Whilst climbing the Pyramid of Argus, he kills Ken Shi, but is thrown off the pyramid by Shang Tsung. During the beginning of Mortal Kombat 9, his dead body can be found midway up the steps of the pyramid. Mortal Kombat 9. Quan Chi can be seen at the first Mortal Kombat tournament, where he controls Scorpion. Scorpion demands to face Sub-Zero, but Quan Chi tells him to restrain himself. Scorpion eventually gets his wish while in the Netherrealm, and defeats him. After Sub-Zero is defeated by Scorpion, Scorpion wishes not to kill the ninja. However, Quan Chi, managing to sense this, shows false images of the ninja slaughtering the Shirai Ryu, as well as Scorpion's wife and child. This enrages Hanzo, in which he then kills Sub-Zero, bringing his skeleton back to the tournament. This would later lead to Quan Chi eventually resurrecting the elder Sub-Zero and turning him into Noob Saibot. During the second Mortal Kombat tournament, Quan Chi appears during the Sub-Zero chapter. Quan Chi is only really there to summon Scorpion so that he can be defeated by Sub-Zero. Later on in the tournament, Quan Chi is partnered with Shang Tsung to fight Kung Lao, but both of them are defeated. When Shao Kahn is nearly killed by Liu Kang, Quan Chi uses his sorcery to heal Shao Kahn, in which he then informs the Emperor of a different way to merge Outworld and Earthrealm. Quan Chi then pursues after the dead body of Sindel, and corrupts and resurrects the undead queen. Later, during the Earthrealm invasion, he is seen creating a Soulnado. He is however stopped by Nightwolf, who defeats him in combat and eventually knocks Noob Saibot into the Soulnado, destroying it. Not long after this, Sindel kills most of the Earthrealm warriors, and due to a deal that Quan Chi struck with Shao Kahn, he now has all of the fallen Earthrealm warriors' souls. Raiden confronts Quan Chi and tries to strike a deal with him, but he just laughs at the Elder God, mocking him. He then summons all of the Earthrealm warriors he now has under his control as revenants, and laughs at the god, forcing Raiden to fight his former friends. After Raiden defeats the attackers, Quan Chi informs the Thunder God that Shao Kahn will soon arrive in Earthrealm to merge it with Outworld. By Quan Chi saying this, he indirectly gives Raiden the key for defeating Shao Kahn, because if Shao Kahn is allowed to merge the realms, the older gods will finally intervene. Raiden then thanks Quan Chi and teleports back to Earthrealm. After Shao Kahn is defeated by Raiden and the Elder Gods, Quan Chi appears in Earthrealm where he examines the charred remains of Shao Kahn's helmet. It is revealed here that Quan Chi has been acting on the Shinnok's order the whole time, waiting and planning for the Elder God to finally be freed from the Netherrealm. Mortal Kombat X. Quan Chi is first seen in Mortal Kombat X leading an army of Netherrealm demons to attack Raiden's Sky Temple. He then summons the revenant versions of Striker, Sindel and Cabal to attack Raiden and Fujin, who managed to repel the attack. Eventually Raiden and Fujin are pushed all the way to the Jinsei chamber by Shinnok, who has the intention to corrupt its life force. However, Raiden is able to successfully imprison Shinnok in his own amulet after he has been defeated by Johnny Cage, which causes Quan Chi to retreat to the Netherrealm. Years later, he is confronted in his own lair by Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade and a battalion of Special Forces soldiers. A massive fight breaks out with Johnny Cage nearly being killed. Luckily, Raiden intervenes and manages to suppress Quan Chi's dark magic. This would lead to a direct confrontation with Sonya Blade, who directly confronts the sorcerer in combat and beats him. As a result, the link between Quan Chi and Johnny Cage is now severed, allowing Raiden to reverse the spell. As an unintended side effect, Raiden was able to free Scorpion, Sub-Zero and Jax from Quan Chi's control and restore them to human form. After this, Quan Chi is forced into hiding. We later find out that D'Vorah has been secretly working for Quan Chi as a double agent, and she's been ordered to steal Shinnok's amulet from Kotal Khan and deliver it to Quan Chi directly. The special forces eventually learn of this plan, and they travel to the Netherrealm to capture Quan Chi. Although the special forces are successful in apprehending Quan Chi, Scorpion, who has learned 5 years earlier that it was Quan Chi who was responsible for the death of his family and clan, arrive at the special forces camp where Quan Chi is being held. Sonya Blade attempts to reason with Hanzo, but Hanzo does not want to hear it and only has the intention of slaying the person who was responsible for all his pain and suffering. The Shiro Ryu are successful in subduing the special forces, allowing Scorpion to go after Quan Chi. Scorpion manages to get his hands on the sorcerer and beats him within an inch of his life. Although D'Vorah interferes and tries to stop Hanzo, she is ultimately unsuccessful, as Scorpion brutally decapitates Quan Chi, but not before he can release Shinnok from his prison. And this is the end for Quan Chi. I have to admit, Quan Chi's never really appealed to me, but I'm quite happy to go over this character because I've learned quite a bit from him. I also wish to say happy Halloween to everyone, that everyone has a great time and gets all the candy they wish. I also want to let you guys know I'm going to be streaming on Twitch tonight as well. I'll be doing Outlast and you guys can see me freak out, which will be quite fun. Anyway guys, here's a preview for next week's episode.
Let's see what you made.
I don't know why, but everyone requested Cabal, so seems only fair that I'm going to have to cover that character now. Anyway guys, have a safe Halloween, and I will see you guys next time.